Happy New Year's! Everybody out there, hope you're having a great day. Safe, warm, family and friends, and all the above. Today, I'm very honored to bring on a former Storm player and a current Washington National. You guys heard of his name? Please welcome Mr. James Wood to the show.
Going on? How you doing?
What's good, Doug?
Not much. I've just been chilling.
Chilling. What are you
Bringing
doing?
in the new year, just laying low.
I'm trying to watch this podcast from my phone too, so I can see us do our thing and see who's watching. Man, we got Sammy Zavala on the podcast.
What's good?
You play with Sammy?
Yeah. Well, during like instructs and like spring training, but I mean, we were always cool, and like we would always be kicking it at the complex and all that. So that was my dog.
Well, James, thanks again for coming through. I don't know if you know what I'm doing on this TT's Clubhouse or Serve First. What do you know so far about what I'm doing?
Hey, I'm here to find that all out. So show me around.
Well, to clue you in on a little bit about TT's Clubhouse is I'm taking my talents from the Clubhouse atmosphere and now bringing it to the podcast world to kind of include a bigger audience. So fans, athletes, and most importantly, community can come together and kind of vibe out with us as far as a different perspective of our players in the game or our support staff in the game, and just kind of get a different view of what we do from a professional baseball standpoint.
I got you.
Speaking of that, you're as a what 19-year-old?
21.
Oh, what? 21?
Yeah.
21 years old now?
Yeah.
What have you been doing for the last 2 years?
Not much. Just playing baseball, playing video games, kicking it. That's it.
Well, last time I saw you, you were in the Storm Uni, and you helped us win a championship before you were no longer in the Storm Uni. You want to take us through that little random roller coaster of being part of that Juan Soto trade?
Yeah, no, it was kind of crazy, sort of just being in Cali one day, and then the next week I'm kind of just back home in DC. I mean, yeah, it all happened really quick, and it was a lot going on. But once it all settled down, I mean, I'm just super happy with the situation I'm in, and super blessed, and just super excited about it just going forwards. So it was a whirlwind for sure, but I mean, I'm super just blessed and super happy about where I am, and just all the things that the game has given me. So
I mean, I couldn't imagine being in your shoes. I mean, the bottom line is you went to a team that wanted you and put you in a situation where you had to accept change like last minute without any control. Kudos to you for taking it and moving on and continuing your career and doing good things. One thing that I don't know that I mentioned to you is that I'm using the resources that we have around us to share with other up and coming athletes, maybe some high school kids or little leaguers, but more importantly, just surrounding them around people like yourself. What was like kind of like your thing that you learned most regarding like that experience of and how it helped you in your game?
Shoot, that's a good question. I would just say just be prepared for everything. I mean, it's just you never know what this game's gonna give you or take from you. So I mean, you just got to be ready for whatever's next, and kind of just be ready to take the most of whatever opportunity you got.
For real, man. I mean, life. I mean, I wish we can have more control of everything. I mean, personally, as an adult, as a father, as a son, I want to control everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you.
Dude, everything. Like I feel like I have it all under control. I know it all, or I've been there, done that, and every day it continues to humble me. And I don't know about you, but this year's new like 2024 message is one day at a time.
Mm. Yeah, that's one of the best things about baseball. I feel like it humbles you more than any other sport. Like, for real.
Well, yeah, I mean, dog, you guys, I'm a fan for one. Okay, so I never played on a level like you guys at the at the biggest level of professional baseball, and I feel like as a support staff member, I have the best seat in the house because I get a chance to evaluate and watch you guys do something that's easier said than done.
Hmm.
And like you said, in pro baseball, I mean, you're failing a whole lot,
Yeah.
and yet you're being asked to show up every day with a positive attitude, or the ability to be a good teammate despite what you're feeling inside.
Hmm.
So baseball is a little bit bigger than just a sport. It's a great learning tool that can apply in life, and
Yeah,
you know
for
I'm
sure.
I'm happy to be around it, man.
Yeah, for sure. No, you nailed it. It's just, yeah, it teaches you it teaches you a lot about yourself. It teaches you, like you said, about life. It's yeah, it does it all.
Well, baseball is one thing, but personally, what's your favorite sport?
Phew. If I'm not playing baseball, I mean, honestly, in years past, I feel like I've always been like it's always been basketball for me. I mean, my whole family, especially like my dad's side, they're all big into basketball. So I mean, besides like the past like year and a half, I think I gotten back to it. But I was into football for a little bit, but I think I'm back on basketball. So that's definitely I definitely been I got league pass, so I've been grinding some games out.
Okay, so you're a basketball fan. I know
Hmm.
your game on NBA 2K22 at the time
Yeah, it's weak.
was. Did we go after it? Did we play against each other?
Yeah, it didn't go too good for me, but 2K is not my game. Video games is different. I'm more Madden
Ooh,
on the
Madden. Okay.
sticks, but if I'm watching it, I'm watching NBA.
Okay. So from a watching standpoint, NBA is your thing. Favorite team and favorite player.
Favorite team is wherever LeBron's at. So
Wherever LeBron's at.
wherever LeBron's at. So that answers the favorite player question too.
Okay, I can get behind that because I'm a Laker fan and I'm a
Mm,
LeBron fan all day,
there
every
you
day.
go. There you
And I
go.
hope anybody that's watching and that's hating on LeBron, they ask any questions they want because we have two guys on the screen that want to back LeBron all day.
He's a goat. You can't. I mean, you can argue all you want, but he's a goat at the end of the day.
I did hear somebody say something interesting though earlier. It was talking about like LeBron James might have the best career, but
Mm-mm,
they still have Michael Jordan as the best player, hands down.
mm-mm,
No.
no.
Okay. You hear that, Doc Rivers? That's Doc Rivers that said
Doc
that.
Rivers. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. LeBron's been. I mean, I guess the Celtics had his number early in his career, but after a certain point, LeBron, he's kind of been. I mean, he's been dominating the whole league for what is it, 20 years now. So I mean, yeah, you could say like Jordan was like the better scorer, like just putting the ball in the basket. But I think as far as putting the ball in the basket, creating for other players, I just think all around offensively, LeBron does more for his team and getting the rest of his team involved than any other player in history. So, and he's been doing it for longer than anybody in history. So,
Not to
that's
mention he's been put
fun.
on his platform since the early ages of what
Hmm.
when he was like 14 years old when we all heard about him.
Yeah, he's
I
had
mean, I
more pressure than anybody too.
hands down he was deemed to be the best player at the age of 13 years old.
Hmm.
And what comes with that is not just the ability to go put the ball in the basket, but to make sure the public eye supports
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Because that dude's
Yeah,
out there balling, but he's not just balling, he's out there being a good dude or at least
being a
doing his
good
part.
dad. He's been in the spotlight for more than half of his life. So,
I know I
yeah.
was kind of geeking out because if you're a fan of LeBron, then you better be a fan of LeBron James Jr.
I gotta say I haven't been up to date with the USC games. I
I
think I
haven't.
mentioned earlier. I mean I watch college sports, but I'm definitely more into like the professional level. Like NFL, I'll be locked in NFL, but college football, I'll watch a big game every once in a while, but it's not the same. You feel me?
It's not the same, you know. And I avidly watch college basketball just because of my desire for sports, you know.
Yeah.
And shout out to San Diego State, Aztec for life. We just took down Gonzaga at Gonzaga. Whoop whoop.
Okay. Okay.
um, but LeBron James Jr., man, I watched him, okay, and you know, there's a little hype behind him,
Hmm.
but for the most part, he's a great player,
Hmm.
and you have to just trust me on this because if you think logic, you got like, well, he's gonna be a beast. Then his dad is gonna teach his son everything that he needs to know
Yeah,
to be the best version of himself to play at the highest level that he can
that he
possibly play.
can. I agree. And it's just like I feel like he's he's had what 20 years, 21 years of NBA experience, and Bronny he'll probably come into the league knowing more than half the stuff that his dad knew at that age.
100%. 100%. He's like cheat code out there. And it sounds silly. I was talking to somebody about this. He's a cheat code. His dad's
Hmm.
telling him what to do to slide down. He knows what plays are coming in advance. He knows
Hmm.
how the he knows the basketball flow of things. So he's putting his son in positions to be the best teammate possible. And if the league or the teams took ownership of that, I think any team that LeBron James Jr. is on is going to be the best team.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, I've been playing a little bit of 2K, but I've been playing like the My GM mode, like My NBA Eras, I think it's called.
Uh huh.
And it's like every year, Bronny, he's like a late first round pick. So I mean, my team's always in the playoffs. So I mean, I got a late first round pick, so I'm always usually picking him up like around then.
Speaking of draft picks, when were you drafted?
Second round pick, like 60.
Pretty high, is that? That's pretty good, I guess, huh?
Yeah, you could say that.
Shout out to All Star Sports Marketing, James Woods, the star. Shout out.
Appreciate that.
Let's talk a little bit about football because I know that we talked beforehand about some of your teams in the NFL. I'm not quite understanding what you mean by you were a Giants fan.
Yeah, I mean, I was for the time being, but I mean, our season's pretty much over. So I mean, I'm not too far from Baltimore. So I'm hopping on that Baltimore Ravens Lamar Jackson bandwagon.
They're
So
dangerous, bro.
yeah, I think they got a good shot this year. So I mean, they've been dominating just about everybody. The hottest teams too the past 2 weeks especially. So it's gonna be
It was fun
interesting to see
watching
who
them
can
get
stop
after it.
them.
It was fun
Hmm.
watching them play against it's fun watching them play against the Dolphins and
Yeah,
um
because dude, their
I'm laughing right
defense
now.
too. Their defense is
I'm dead right
nasty.
now because you got Wyatt's writing in on this message right now. Wyatt, um, which you guys have good friendships and stuff with their teammates wise, but
Yeah,
he's
that's
claiming
funny.
that you're a Bills fan now, bro.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, I'm not like a Bills hater. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. They're
Well,
looking like a first round exit this year. So,
Wyatt had some fun times with us in the locker room. He was
hmm.
part of those late nights when we would stay out
Oh
or
yeah,
stay back in the locker room when the guys leave after dinner and
oh yeah,
dress up and play some video games in the clubhouse and all that.
yeah, all the time. You just be
Was he with
kicking.
us? Was he with us when we took the video game to the owner suite and it ended up? Did we connect it to the big screen, or did it work?
Yeah, yeah. We connected it. It was just like the input lag was fat, so it was hard to play anything on it.
Um, that's the nice thing to talk about too. Actually, you know, the community as far as like the baseball community, your teammates, and you
Hmm.
know the pros and cons of being a professional athlete. I know a lot of young kids and fans don't really know the grind behind the scenes, and
Yeah.
um, maybe you can take us with some of the things that you want to take a fan through as far as maybe some things they don't know about what a season looks like from a player standpoint.
I mean, yeah. It's just you're kind of in it. It's like you said, it's a grind. It's a grind for everybody. I mean, like you had late nights all the time. I mean, we kind of were all in it. So I mean, that's kind of what makes it fun, though. I feel like you're kind of just you and a bunch of your boys. You kind of just going through it, pushing through it, just getting better, going out there each day, just trying to have fun, just trying to make it light. And I don't know, it just you make a lot of memories. I mean, it goes by quick, but everyone says it's a grind, but you look back at the end of the year and it feels like it goes by pretty quick. So I mean, shoot. I mean, I don't know if you want to brag about your or not really, but talk about yourself. But I feel like what you did for us, you were grinding just about more than we were. I feel like you had the latest nights there. So I
Well, I
mean,
appreciate.
I feel like that's one thing that doesn't really get mentioned a lot. Like you said, behind the scenes, like all the stuff that kind of goes into it. So we can kind of go out there and sort of just focus on playing the game and having fun. So
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I mean, for me, like being on a team is everything, and there's a lot more people that I believe can take away from relating to the support staff or maybe, not just the star player because, not everyone's going to wake up and become like this professional athlete.
mhm.
You know, that's something that I wouldn't want to, take away, but I would also want to encourage kids to continue to chase their dreams while keeping open mind regarding how they can contribute in a different way other than just maybe the one way they thought.
Yeah, for
Because I'm
sure.
I'm thinking about future trainers or future coaches or future
Hmm.
clubhouse managers. I mean, it really doesn't matter, especially if we can help people just pursue their dreams in a positive light. And that's kind of what the biggest hustle is keeping it positive because
Yeah.
in in the arena, man, it's not easy to separate, work from personal and
Hmm.
having a bad day at home and not translating at work. It's not easy, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's just like when you win a championship, everybody in that building gets a ring. So it's like a lot of people see the players, but it's a whole lot more than that goes into it. It's clubbies, trainers, coaches, strength coaches, nutritionists, and that's just like with what the players interact with. I know it's a whole other front office standpoint that I'm not even really too informed about, but I mean it's just so much that goes on just to get ready for, I mean, just the first pitch at 6:30 or whenever it is. So
I'm glad you said that, man. Like it's actually like there's a whole production behind it. Like I've been
mhm.
blessed to work on both sides. Because I don't know if you know this. I'm not just a clubhouse manager, or I wasn't just a clubhouse manager, but also I was also in the front
Mhm.
office. Doing sales and really going out there advocating the importance of using whatever platform to educate fans about whatever it is that we needed to educate them, aka sell.
Yeah.
Um, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes that have an important part to make the game possible. And like, I mean, the anthem, the in
Mhm.
game,
Yeah.
the in game entertainment from
Yeah.
giveaways or post game fireworks.
Yeah. That's one thing that really like opened my eyes. Like I've really had like you kind of like figure like yes, people working behind the scenes to get all this stuff going, but like you don't really I never really realized it till I was kind of in it.
That's cool because it's a growing industry. Believe it or not, baseball is kind of late to the game when it comes to how it's evolving. Where
Mhm.
we all know way more NBA and football players, but when it comes to
Mhm.
baseball, it's like, man, like who out there do we really know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
And we got a little, we got a question right now. Let's read this out loud. How is it going with Eddie Longos taking over the player development? That's a question directed at you, man.
um well, I mean, not a whole lot has been going on now. I mean, obviously, once we get down there in West Palm and we get our feet on the ground going for spring, I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. So that's really all I got. I mean, I'm really excited going into spring training and feel prepared, and I'm looking forward to it.
Do you see the Nats being an up and coming team like the D-backs with all that young talent?
I mean, that's the goal. I mean, the D-backs they made a crazy run this year. I mean, yeah, we got it's a ton of talent at the big league level. I mean, C.J. Abrams, he's doing his thing. Mackenzie Gore. I mean, Keeper Ruiz, Josiah. I mean, it's a ton of guys. I mean, all on the younger, a lot with a whole lot of. I mean, it's just a lot of youth on our team, and I
Is
mean,
it good energy or what? You got that energy or what? Like the young up I see like the Atlanta Braves back in the '98 years. You know, like are
I
you
mean,
guys like that?
we'll have to wait and see. I mean, hopefully, I could join those guys sometime this year. But I mean, it's a whole lot of talent up there, and I mean, yeah, it's gonna be cool to see.
I see it, bro. Because you can't sleep on Hassel. My boy Hassel's out there too.
Yeah, I mean, we got tons of talent in the minor league system too.
That's what I'm on right now, man.
Yeah,
You guys are really the future in the sense of going out there putting it out there.
yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. You just got to keep our head down, keep working, and just let the rest figure it out. Just focus on what we can do and just leave it all out there.
Where are you at right now? Are you at home right now in Baltimore? Or you said you're leaving tomorrow to Florida. What was that?
Yeah, yeah, I'm home right now. Yeah, just leaving to Miami tomorrow. Just gonna be working out, whatnot, and just getting ready for the season. That's all.
Dang. So spring training right around the corner, getting settled in
Yeah,
a new state, gonna go enjoy Miami. Um,
yes, sir.
what's James Wood doing besides baseball for fun and peace and some balance time? You do yoga? What are you doing?
A little bit actually.
Good.
I mean, yeah, just yoga, just hanging with friends, just talking with family. I mean, just kind of doing a little bit of everything. Just kind of just trying to learn, just grow as a person, all that stuff. So
I want you to keep that mindset because I'm creating with the help of you guys, like a lot of my former guys that I haven't had the honor to cross paths with. We're creating a curriculum for kids,
hmm,
and this curriculum is really geared towards helping identify ways for young athletes to track their personal growth.
hmm,
I'm glad you're saying that because with your help, as far as like what works for you and no one else, I would like for you to kind of share those words. Not today, but down the road, we'll start putting together some things that we know helps us. Therefore, we can help other kids along the same way.
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, I just think like being aware of all that stuff in itself is like kind of the first big step, you know.
Did anybody, when you were first becoming a professional athlete, did anybody talk to you about being like what it's going to be like being a teammate in pro ball opposed to like high school baseball?
Not really, but I mean, I feel like I kind of got a sense. I feel like you hear it a lot. You always want to be a leader, you know. But I feel like there's a ton of different ways to be a leader. So I think kind of just figuring out how to do that in your own way is something that I'm definitely working on for sure. Something I would like to improve on.
Well, how does someone do that? Like, just put yourself in situations and just tell yourself you're going to be a better leader by getting this outcome, or what?
I don't know. I just think the way I could do it, I think for me, I just think just showing up, being the same guy, just being consistent every day. Like not even with like how I play and whatnot, because that's obviously going to be a roller coaster in itself. But I just think with how I carry myself and how I go about things, I just think kind of just showing up the same every day and just keeping the same demeanor every day is where I could start.
Have you found yourself kind of like being that guy, like you, as far as like maybe like helping a rookie or somebody who just signed like with the ropes and whatnot? Like, hey man, don't worry, this is what it's gonna be like.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I never really think of it like that. I think you could always just share your experiences with people, and I think if you kind of go back and forth with that person, you kind of give each other a chance to grow in a sense.
Yeah, I see you. So you've been that teammate, kind of talking it out, kind of vibing out as far as each other's experiences. Any certain athlete or certain teammate that kind of latched on the most as far as building a friendship with this year?
That's a good question. I mean, I feel like especially this year, I feel like I met a whole bunch of new people, and kind of it kind of came with just getting comfortable in a new organization. I mean, the coaching staff. I mean, we got a lot of good coaches over here, and a lot of like the people, like our coordinators and whatnot, sort of running things. I feel like I was able to learn a lot from them, and I kind of was able to grow a lot this year. But I mean, it was definitely a few guys like throughout the year that I don't know. We kind of just I don't know. We kind of just like yeah like played a lot throughout the years, shared a whole lot of experience, and kind of went through the whole ups and downs together for sure. So most definitely.
I mean, as you near your starts today, was there any kind of like, I'm not messing around mentality that kind of came about you? What, like, what's going to happen next season?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna just sort of finish out this all season, just try and get myself the most ready and prepared I could possibly be come spring training, and sort of just leave it all out there. Just try and put my best foot forward and just let whatever happens just fall into place.
So the last time I saw you, I didn't realize that when you got traded, you went from our locker room to Washington. You left something for me in my office. A few things actually, as a gift. And I don't know if you remember that. Um,
Vaguely.
Vaguely. Okay. Well, let me remind you. It was something I didn't ask for. Okay, and something I had no clue about regarding like the background of it. But you gave me a, like about 15 of your cards, your baseball cards, and they're all like, you signed them to me and all that, and I was like, damn, man, like that's pretty cool, man, because a lot of people want your autograph, and a lot of people want your autograph on those kind of cards. And I thought it was pretty cool that you had done that without me asking, or without you even telling me, because I didn't find out about it until like a couple of days after you had left.
For real.
Yeah, you like hid it in my backpack. But
So
I thought that
man,
was kind of cool, man. Looking back at our time together, and you know, kind of the things
yeah,
that we've done.
yeah.
As
No,
far
I mean, it sucked that it kind of had to end like so quickly, but no, like me and all the other guys there, no, we really appreciated like everything that you did. I mean, you kept it fun in the clubhouse. I mean, I feel like that's kind of what it's all about. I feel like when you kind of go there and you enjoy showing up every day, and it's like even after the game, like we didn't even really want to leave. So I feel like when you got that sort of approach to it or mentality to it, it makes the game itself a whole lot easier. So
I like to think so as well, and I appreciate you saying that.
no,
Um,
for sure.
it's all a reflection of what you guys bring to the table, because like I try not to match your guys' energy. I just try to like bounce off of it.
Mhm.
You guys come
I
in
remember you
like
saying that. Yeah,
it's impossible, bro. I can't do
yeah.
it. It's not sustainable. Um, oh, Timmy, you remember
Amazing.
Timmy? You remember Timmy?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
he's Mike Trout. Remember?
What's going on, Timmy?
He says, "Hi, James Wood." And yes, I love you, Timmy, and I love my shoes. So, okay, speaking of shoes, I don't know about you, but I got a few cool presents for Christmas.
Mm.
Um, I can tell you that one of my gifts were pretty amazing. It was actually a gift from Timmy, and he gifted me a pair of shoes. and they were the retro 11s.
Oh, no way. Which
Yeah.
ones?
I don't. Timmy, which ones were they? I don't know. They're the nice ones, the ones with the white and the black around it. I don't know which ones they were, but every time I wear them, I wore them one time, maybe 2 times, and at least 5 people kept saying, "Man, these are nice shoes. Man, these are nice shoes." My boy Timmy.
He got you with the hookup. There you go.
Did you get any cool gifts for Christmas this year?
I got a pillow. I mean, I got more gifts, but I think I got a pillow, and I mean that's something I'm gonna use every night. So you
It's
can't beat
essential.
that. Yeah, can't beat that. I love my sleep too. So
Well, speaking of sleep, we know what we don't know when to sleep on you for next year. You guys, James Wood in the house, former Padre, current Washington National, my boy. I can't thank you enough for even hanging out with me right now on TT's
I
Clubhouse.
appreciate you. Thanks for having me, Doc.
Well, I mean, this is not going to be the last time. I don't know if I'm going to be out in Florida anytime soon, but I do hope we cross paths, at some point in our careers, whether I go up, one day and working for the Nationals or, one day, how way it goes. I hope we cross paths
Yeah,
again.
you never know. I hope so too. But no, thanks for having me on.
What? Who would win 1v1? Basketball, Kaz, or Woods? Are you kidding? Who is this? Pedro. Bro, hands down. I would be Kaz, bro. Whoever said that, I would be Kaz with my left hand. And that's on record. James Wood, bro. Shout out to your family. Hope all is well with the family. I know you guys are tight. And again, thank you for your time and excited for your future. And keep serving first, bro. Please keep serving
Sure.
first.
No, thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, hang tight, James. We're going to say goodbye. Thank you for everybody for joining us today on this 1-1 podcast with our James Wood. We're going to say goodnight to you guys. Hope you guys watch these bowl games. Shout out to Jedediah Sa'o, Team Nico, quarterback for the University of Tennessee, Surfers. Have a great new year, and we see you guys next week. Thank you.